Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko's Garage. We're in front of my garage under my brand new carport, and I want to show you a tool today, or a charger, more or less. I came across this a few weeks ago and I had to buy it immediately. It's a Dewalt battery to USB charger adapter that slides onto your normal 20 volt Dewalt batteries. Apparently it can also be used with a 60 volt battery version that Dewalt makes. And this little thing is actually pretty amazing. It has a regular output USB-A, so you can use a normal USB-A to USB-C cable and charge your phone, your whatever else device, maybe your iPad probably. But then on top of that, it also has a USB-C output and an input. So what that means, USB-C, power delivery 100 watts. Power delivery is a standard that's now used for iPads, laptops, a little bit more power hungry electronic devices. And this one here can put out up to 100 watts. And what that actually does for you, I want to demonstrate. So this package is not including a battery. So it's this adapter head that goes onto your 20 volt battery with this metal clip, so you can put it on your belt if you want to. There might be some applications where this actually comes in handy. It also can be used as a charger. So let's say you have a 20 volt battery, but you forgot your proper Dewalt charger. So you put this on here. The box contains a 65 watt charger, also USB-C, and this cable here. And so when you plug this into the wall, use this USB-C cable and plug this into the USB-C port, which says power delivery 100 watt. This is an in and an out. So it will recognize that there's power coming in, and that way you can charge a single battery. So this would be when you're on the job site, you forgot the proper charger, but you have this thing in your truck, you can charge at least one battery. I don't know exactly how fast that's going to be, because it depends a little bit on how large your battery is. So this is a 2 amp hour and this is a 5 amp hour. Obviously this will take longer. There are lights up on here that show you that it's charging, that it is charged, that it's maybe too hot or too cold. Remember, lithium ion batteries, they are a little bit sensitive to temperature. So if you have this sitting in your truck, 120°F day, this charging device here will protect you and will not start charging until the battery has cooled down enough. And the same if you are working in really cold environment and this battery is in like freezing temperature, it will not start charging until the battery has warmed up a little bit. And so there is a stage 1 charging and a stage 2 charging. I don't know exactly what that means. Battery port output, 20 volt, 6 volt, DC, type A. Oh, here we go. Battery port output, 20 volts. Battery port input, 20 volts, or 6 volt. Now the type A port, the regular normal USB plug here, has an output of 5 volts and 2.4 amps. It's perfectly acceptable to charge your phone, for example. And then the type C port is an in and an output, can do 5 to 15 volts at 3 amp or 20 volts at 5 amps. That's the 100 watts. And now I will show you a couple examples where this 20 volt 5 amp comes in handy. So as you guys know, I make videos on YouTube, right? Heiko's Garage. And therefore currently I'm using my cell phone to record this because I need my Sony camera. This is a ZV-E10 as a prop. So if you have a 5 amp hour 20 volt battery plugged into this little adapter Rooney here, and you have this cable, you can plug this cable into the side of a mirrorless camera like my Sony here, and it will take power from this battery. So the camera here has a relatively small battery in it, which doesn't have the greatest of battery life, so 35 to 40 minutes maybe. I'm always recording 4K, so it goes through those batteries pretty fast. What you can do, you can buy what's called a dummy battery, which looks like this but has a cable coming out of it, and then you can plug it into the wall, but then you're always tethered to something. So you are tethered to an outlet or an extension cord. It's kind of annoying. But if you use this little Dewalt battery pack plus adapter and a USB cable. I can even use this clip and hang it on my tripod. So this is pretty much only tethered to the tripod in this case. Will extend the battery life or the runtime of the camera significantly, because the camera, when it's on, it actually recognizes that there is some sort of charging power going into the USB-C port. This camera here is not able to power the camera exclusively off of the USB-C port. So you still have to have a battery in it, but the battery will not discharge very fast at all. I just recently did a 2-hour stint of filming and the battery was still going and going and going, and this battery pack was helping out. And then the best part is, if you have multiples of those Dewalt batteries, you can just swap those out and keep going. This is pretty amazing. So like I said, on this particular camera model, ZV-E10, it does not replace the battery. On the ZV-E10 Mark II, you can literally power your camera off of the USB port, the USB-C port, indefinitely. And you don't have to fumble around with a dummy battery, and you don't have an extension cord and all that stuff. So this makes it a mobile setup. And the best part about this is not camera specific. It's not photography or videography specific. So you can use this obviously to extend the battery life of my camera, but you can use it for your leaf blower or your drill or your jigsaw or your circular saw or your whatever else Dewalt tools are out there. So these batteries are a power source for power tools, but then because of this little device that Dewalt came out with, now you can charge your phone on the job site, you can charge your iPad on the job site, you can maybe power a couple of USB lights. So if you have little camera lights that have a USB-C plug-in, you can run those for a very long time with a battery like this. You can charge your company laptop on the job site while you're typing a quote for a customer. Or you can pull up plans on your laptop, and this can power your laptop with a power delivery output of 100 watts. Unfortunately, I don't have all those different devices available to really test how long a 5 amp hour Dewalt battery would run a laptop or extend the battery life of a laptop, but I would assume it's quite significant because this is a 5 amp hour battery. Another pretty cool tool that I found I can power now with this kind of battery pack is my soldering iron. I have a little Peinzel USB-C powered soldering iron. Let's take a tip here, this one. This is quite a smart device. It actually runs a little firmware on here. It has a little screen. It tells you the temperature. You can dial up and down the temperature. And it needs 15 volt or 20 volt power delivery. And with 100 watt, 20 volt, 5 amp power delivery, this soldering iron, which I usually just use on my workbench or on my desk, where I have a USB charger that does power delivery. Now I can carry this around, take it into my car, for example, if I want to solder up a wire connection, or if I want to take it to a friend's house and I'm not sure if they have a power delivery output USB charger, USB-C specifically. So now I can turn the soldering iron on, and it's not complaining that the DC voltage is too low, and it just goes up in temperature here. I have it set to a little over 300 degrees Celsius, 325 I think, and it just goes right up there. Tip is hot and I can start soldering, and it's all powered off of a Dewalt battery. And since I'm already heavily invested in this Dewalt tool environment, I have a bunch of those, you know, smaller ones, bigger ones. If you have big outdoor Dewalt power tools like leaf blowers or weed whackers and that kind of stuff, you might even have a 60 volt battery, and this can handle a 60 volt battery. So battery port input, yeah, 6 amps, 20 volts. But here on the box it says compatibility 20 and 60 volt max flex volt batteries sold separately. It's really cool, and it even shows you, you know, you can charge from a battery your laptop, and then from this wall plug here that Dewalt gives you, you can charge the battery as well. It's pretty ingenious.
5 minutes later.
I just went back into my ordering history on Amazon just to find out what I actually paid for this thing. This is $67. I know this is not cheap, but just imagine how many different use cases you can come up with. You can power all kinds of USB-C devices with this thing in conjunction with the batteries that you already own. Cameras, laptops, iPads, your phone. With this thing, you could even, I mean, it's silly, but this is a battery bank. It's like an older version that doesn't have power delivery, but it's fast enough to charge a phone. I could charge this off of this if I wanted to. I mean, the sky's the limit. There are so many USB-C power devices these days. And it also has a USB-A outlet, which is pretty much just 5 volts. Is that correct? USB-A, 2.4 amps, and I want to say 5 volts. Doesn't say. Or does it? Yeah, USB-A port, output 5 volts to 2.4 amps DC. So, I mean, think about it. You could use your Dewalt batteries for your kids, you know, their little mobile gaming device. When you're on a road trip, just take a couple Dewalt batteries with you, and you don't have to buy them, because those little battery banks, when they are power delivery rated for 65 watts or 100 watts, they're not cheap. And you might already have those batteries in your garage, and you can take them camping, and you can charge up all your electronic devices and keep the kids happy, and, you know, play the Netflix movie at night while you're camping in the tent, whatever. And you can use this kind of stuff to give you the you know, the power that you need. So pretty much you get these 3 items: cable, the adapter, and a wall plug. And then this is a power delivery 65 watt rated wall plug that you can use for your phone, that you can use for your iPad. So this is not exclusive to this, but it's really nice that it actually comes with one. And you can also use this to charge a individual Dewalt battery. I'll leave links down below. Check it out. It's going to be an affiliate link, so if you click on it and you buy something with it, I get a little commission from Amazon. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and you're inadvertently supporting the channel, which I appreciate. Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it. We're talking about the Dewalt USB charging kit, and the model number is DCB094K. Looks like this. Maybe Home Depot even sells it. I haven't looked, but on Amazon, $67 currently. This is before Christmas 2024. Alrighty. If I don't see you till Christmas, Merry Christmas. Have a good transition into 2025, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.